मेरे प्यारे सत्संगत जी, वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Well, as we celebrate the birth of the Khalsa, and to understand within ourselves what is that meaning, because sometimes we have to look inside, not just outside. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, he gave us the opportunity to live a very beautiful life with spirit and with courage, with determination, and what we call unbreakable spirit, exalted spirit. And in these times, that's what's most important, the spirit that we have for life. Because if we don't have that strength of spirit, and if we don't give our children an understanding of what that spirit means, then we will not find success in life or find happiness. The Sikh way of life and the way of Khalsa is a way of happiness. And that happiness has to be found whether there's pleasure and good times, or whether sometimes we have challenges to face. And we all know that we have those challenges, but we also know that we have those times of happiness. But Guruji said that it doesn't matter what is the difference. If one within one's own heart, within one's own soul, has the essence of the vibration of Gurbani, then what is the difference? And that is what's most important in our life. And why Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave us this way of life to live. Guru Nanak Dev Ji founded this faith, began to gather people to sing the praises of God's name. But everything has to do with this mind of ours. And what happens with our mind? You know, in the first pauri of Japji Sahib, Guru Nanak Dev Ji explains the nature of the mind. So first starts with Mul Mantra, the foundation, the root, to give us that base, which is Mul Mantra. And then the first pauri of Japji Sahib, Soch Soch na hove, just Sochi Lakavar. Guruji says that you can have these thousands upon thousands of thoughts, but those thoughts don't belong to you. So I wanted to understand what Guru Nanak Dev Ji was saying. So then I understood what he was saying was that, simply put, you think, you have to listen to this now, you think, but you don't think, but you think you do, but you don't. That these thoughts don't belong to us, but we think those thoughts belong to us. And then we think so much, we forget about God, we forget about Guru. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji began right at the start. He says, stop thinking and start doing. And it all comes down to one simple fact, and that is, do we trust? That's all it comes down to. Do we trust when Guru says that our tomorrow shall be taken care of for us, that that is a truth? That's all we have to ask. But we think so much, and this mind becomes so complicated, we get so nervous, so worried, so bothered. What if this doesn't happen? What if that doesn't go right? What if this... that we forget. And if we go back to Mul Mantra, begins Ek Onkar, there's one God. What is Ek Onkar? God and me and God are one. So right in the beginning, Guruji says exactly. Ek Onkar, God and me and God are one. There's no separation. There's no separation between me and God. So if you just hear that only, and sit with that in the presence of our Siddhi Guru Granth, which is there to remind us that there's no separation between ourselves and God. So when we do the Mata Take, when we bring this forehead to the floor, we're acknowledging that there's the one God, Ek Onkar, and that one God is within me. And Guru reminds us that God lives in every heart. We have this soul, it's called Atma. Right? We have a soul, it's called Atma. The primal being, the Atma, the primal part of each of us. What Guruji taught was that this Atma, this soul, this which is part of each and every one of us, becomes realized in us when we keep our devotion to Guru. So Atma gets transformed to Mahatma. Mahatma means to become great soul. So Guru transforms the simple Atma, the simple human being, the simple essence of each and every one of us, through our devotion to become Mahatma, to become the great soul within. And through Gurbani, that Mahatma becomes united with Paramatma, the infinite soul. So it's a simple process where this simple human being becomes evolved through Guru. And what is Guru? Guru. Gu means darkness, Ru means light. Guru takes us from our darkness to light. I explain to the young ones, they say, what does that mean? I say, what happens when you go into a room and it's dark? What do? You flip a switch and the light comes. Well, what Guru does to us is Guru flips that switch in us. Takes us from the darkness within ourselves and flips that switch and gives us the light. And Vaheguru is, you know, the Guru mantra. The mantra of ecstasy. So there's a way of learning that I learned that is a system. And the base of that system is Guru. And Guru is the channel that links us from Mahatma to Paramatma, Sirjanahar, the great beyond. And that each of us can experience that. That's what I was saying today when I was speaking, that Guru Nanak Dev Ji changed the world, changed the way that we see, to understand that we are that living God. And the oneness of that God is experienced in each of us. And the way that we have that experience is through Naam Japa, through the recitation of the name. Sadhana, Aradhana, Prabhupati. The sadhana, that which we do that maintains our practice, Aradhana, doing that, and from that we get that ecstasy. Prabhupati, we receive those blessings beyond self. And that's how I came to experience these teachings. I sat in that stillness. Vaheguru, 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 Satanam, Satanam, Satanam Ji, Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. And I sat still like that. And as I began, Vaheguru, 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 Satanam, Satanam, Satanam Ji, Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji, I changed. A greater part of me began to experience that God. It didn't come from my intelligence. Oh, I'm going to sit, I'm going to experience God. God experienced within me, myself. And then I learned that is the power of the Gurbani. That when I can shut my mind from yak, 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 and listen to the flow of God through Vaheguru, Vaheguru, then everything that needed to be done became done. Every action became an action, not a reaction. You see the difference? Every action became action, not reaction. There's a difference. Action is to act. Reaction is to make mistakes. When we react to anything, we lose it. When we act in every situation, we gain it. And that's what Guru Gobind Singh Ji taught us, how to act in every situation, not react. And how do we not react? By using what we call the meditative mind, or the neutral mind, or the intuitive mind. That which is already known to us, which Guru blesses us with, and that's what we follow, and that's a Gurmukh. Gurmukh follows that which is given by Guru, which is heard in this human form and is acted upon by the grace, by Guru's grace, Guru's kirpa, by the wonder of God, of Vaheguru. And when one learns to act in that way, through that vibration of God and Guru in one's own hard being and Atma, then one walks the path of the Gurmukh, one walks the path of a Gursikh, and trusts the Word of God. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said there's only the Word, that this entire universe was created by the Word. And that Word was the Naam, the name of God. And he said every solar system, everything, read the Japji Sahib, everything there is told. Guru Nanak Dev Ji explains the entire way this universe was formed, and how each and every one of us was brought to this earth, and how each of us has a destiny to live at the highest capacity of our being. We only have to choose, do we do that and listen to that truth and live that truth and walk that path, or do we want to fight it and react in every situation and doubt the Word of God and doubt Guru's Hukamnama and be afraid to follow that truth? Because ultimately we will leave this physical body. We're not permanent. We don't stay here forever. We're not permanent residents. You know, life is like a hotel. You know a hotel, you check in and sometime you check out, right? It's not permanent. But what you do from the time you come to this earth and the time that you leave in this physical body, that time, that is what's important. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, be liberated while you're alive, don't wait till you're gone, and then I should be liberated. He said, liberate while you're alive, while we're here. And that is why we're devoted to Nam Japo. That's why we're devoted to Bani. It's why we come to the feet of the Guru. And what a blessing, understand what a blessing we have. And Khalsa will grow. Guru Gobind Singh Ji said Khalsa Panth shall be 960 million strong. And Guru's words shall be true, are true, and forever true. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave us the Guru Gadi of Siddhi Guru Granth, embodying the Shabad, knowing that the Word was intact. There never had to be another human being, and no human being could contain the vibration of that living Word, of that Shabad that was contained in Siddhi Guru Granth. So he gave that as the gift forever. And that the Panj should stand, those five that stand with this Guru Granth Sahib, wherever Guru Granth Sahib is, shall be the bearers and the protectors of the Granth. And he ensured that by creating Khalsa. So we have a destiny. I must have had some destiny to come to the feet of the Guru, to embrace these teachings, to understand it the way that I understand it. I still study, I'll study till my last breath, and then I'll have to study beyond this life as well, just to understand even a small portion of what Guru is giving to us. But I had to come in that point in my life the same, where I said, that's it. I have no other choice. I can't turn my back. Once Vaheguru enters the consciousness, once Vaheguru enters your awareness, there's no turning back. You can try, you can fight, you can run, but ultimately there's nothing left but to fall at the feet of the Guru and say, Guruji, I'm yours. Take me, guide me, deliver me. And when I saw all the children at the Nagar Kirtan, they were so happy. And I asked myself again that question, but are we giving them a tomorrow? Do they have an understanding it's not just a parade and they're walking and listening to Kirtan and lots of food being given out and sweets and pizza, right? Which is nice and good, we have to celebrate. That's a good thing, but are they getting the essence? Do they understand? Are we giving them the future to stand by, to understand what is the truth that is being given? What are the words of Guru and how to live their lives? And how to walk this path, because they are the future. And their children shall be the future. And Khalsa, now is the time to stand. Now is the time to unite with each other. Now is the time to put politics aside. Now is the time to get rid of our egos. Now is the time to trust. Now is the time, this Kali Yuga, this darker age, we have to stand. Because many will fall in this world and Khalsa shall rise. Understand, we shall rise. In spite of our own fears, in spite of our own doubt, is going to happen. Guru's words are coming true. It's already happening. And we have to rise to the call and answer that call. You have been born to the feet of it. Those who have come to it, like myself, have been called upon in a destiny. Not just a culture, but in a destiny of a way of life that will bring peace to this world. And we are the beholders of the Shabad. We have been entrusted with Shabad Guru. Guru has been gifted to those of us who walk on this pathway as a gift to humanity, to all people, to share a universal oneness that has never been taught before. We don't say that you have to find a Jesus to be God, and if you don't fall at the feet of Jesus, you're a sinner. We don't say you're just a chosen one and everybody else is not chosen. We don't say if you only follow this Quran, this Muhammad, then that's the only way of life, otherwise you'll be nothing. We say no, we say everybody's invited. Let's all have one big party with the Guru. Everyone is invited. Doesn't matter what your faith, what your belief, what your color, what your gender, where you live, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you're a criminal, whether you're a saint. Say everybody is welcome at the feet of the Guru, because Guru shall transform everyone equally. No other teaching has existed, understand, Sanghaji. No other technology exists on this planet that holds the universal teaching of truth and vibrates that teaching in everyone's heart through Shabad. There's no other teaching on this planet. I studied. They asked me today after I was speaking this morning, and some asked me, well, why did you choose this? And that's my reason. Because I searched for so many years to find a universal teaching, a universal truth that would accept everyone, including myself. And when I looked and I studied the history of our gurus, the history of how we were formed. When I studied Sri Guru Granth and continue to study and read the Huknamas and read the Granth and read my Banis and understand what is this science, this technology. And then I knew when Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, Manjit Jagatjit, when he said, conquer the mind and you'll conquer this world. And then I understood that. Do you know that strength that we have? And then I knew that was the string that attached me to Sri Guru Granth. And you read in Guru Granth Sahib says, Guru Granth sends out the strings, and that we all hold those strings and we're brought to the feet of the Guru to experience the trueness and the truth of life, and to settle this mind down to become Guru Sikh and Gurumukh, to live that truth and live that light and follow it. What a power it gives. What a strength it gives to our children when they learn and understand how they can harness that power. But we haven't really taught. I travel the world, I'm working with so many of you to learn how I learn, and to our youth to learn the way I learned. That I could live in that strength and that courage, but be so kind and loving and compassionate. Because my mission is, in spite of myself and how long I live, and I don't know how long I'll be with you, but my mission is that this has to be spread to the world. And 15 years we've been broadcasting in Canada every single week to spread this message of light that our gurus have brought, not just to ourselves, not just to our young people, but to all people, to understand the breath of life that we have, that we can share, that can help to save this world, and how the power of Gurbani can vibrate in every corner of this world to help heal the wounds during this Kali Yuga. And not that we ask anybody should become Sikh, that's not what we do. But we become the living example of those who walk and talk and live and breathe in that awareness of Khalsa, that others can feel that just by being with us. And then they want to know, what is this something special you have? And you have something special that no one else has. That's why sometimes my mind sees the other side. You say, oh, we're so happy Canada welcomed us. We were immigrants and Canada welcomed us, and we're so grateful that Canada welcomed us. And I say, nay, I see it the other side. I say, thank God you came, because why? You brought the Sri Guru Granth to this country. And now everywhere, there's not one city, village in Canada that doesn't have the presence of the Sri Guru Granth. Is that not true? Is there any town, is there any city that doesn't have Sri Guru Granth? What a blessing that you are to Canada. Sometimes we don't see it that way. Sometimes we only see it the other side. But I see it differently. Because I would not be with you had you not brought Sri Guru Granth to Canada. I wouldn't be with you. So Satsangaji, it's only a matter of how we see things and interpret, and how we want to follow and how we want to believe. And that's what you as a Sangat are presented with. Because that's a choice that you have to make. Do you let these children just wander? We worry about we give them the education, everything. But what kind of education are we giving them to follow Guru's teachings? Are we living examples of these teachings so they have those examples and they can follow? Because what else your life is worth? Doesn't matter how much money. Guru says, are you going to take your money with you when you leave? Are you going to take your houses with you when you go? Are your cars going to come with you? Are your clothes going to go with you when you go? No. Nothing's going to go with you. So share it while we're here. Enjoy it. Don't hold it in. Share it with others. Give to others. That will ensure prosperity and success. And that's what these teachings teach us. To share it with others. And be so prosperous. So Satsangaji, that's all we have to do. Conquer our minds, and we conquer the world. And we conquer our mind through Gurbani. We conquer our minds through Naam Simran. We conquer our minds by trusting and believing in the truth of Guru's word. That's simple. Otherwise, what is our reason to celebrate? What is it that we have to celebrate? That we lost it? That we failed? I don't think so. Why? Because we're here. And we're here in the presence of our Siddhi Guru Granth. And what is Siddhi Guru Granth? It's the knot, it's the binding. Siddhi Guru means the great transformer. The Granth is that knot that ties us in. You know, when I was on my spiritual pathway, I was searching many different philosophies and different teachers and this Swami and this Swami there. And they would say to me, well, if you want to meet the Swami, you have to give us $5,000. And then if you have 1-2 minutes with this great Baba, is going to cost you another $5,000, right? And then you can have 5 minutes of time. So you end up spending $15,000. You want just a little darshan of some Baba. And that's all we had there. When I came to the feet of Siddhi Guru Granth, I said, that doesn't cost, it's 24/7, is always there, and never turns you away. And what does it cost? Only your devotion. So one thing that we face, and I know you face as a Sangha, is emotions. I've been with your community now 36, is coming my 36 years. And I see all your emotions. I say Punjabi women created the word worry, right? So Sajangaji, on this Baisakhi, our gift is, let us take all these emotions, let us take all these commotions, and let's turn it to devotion. And what is devotion? Devotion is a divine ocean. It's vast. It's huge. You can't see where it ends. And Guru's Bani vibrates to the divine ocean. And each of us are that divine ocean. So take those commotions, take those emotions, and become devoted. And through that devotion, we shall succeed. And as a Sangha, we shall rid ourselves of the problems and become devoted in the words of the Guru, become devoted in our life, and truly become Gursikh, truly become those who walk the true path of knowledge. We're seekers of truth. And that's the mission that Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave to us. It's the mission that Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave his life and the life of his family to live for, to create us in this image, to live as Khalsa, to create a world that shall be bountiful and shall be beautiful, to heal the wounds of all people. But Satsangaji, you have to recognize it in yourself. Your relationship to Guru is an individual relationship, and each of us has that unique relationship. So let us give our children the teachings so they can develop the relationship with Siddhi Guru Granth, they can develop a relationship with Shabad Guru, they can develop a relationship to God, and they can see how that will be their lives to live in the form that their father, that our father, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, has gifted us with. And the blessing that we have, whether born to it or come to it, the blessing that we have to be here today as a Sangat, in the presence of our Guru, to celebrate what our 10th Father, our 10th Guru gave to us, the strength, the grit, and the courage to never give up. The strength, the grit, and the courage to never give up. And I'll never give up on you, because I trust Guru's word shall be true. and we shall be carried across this world ocean. And that Guru promises to us. So Sangat Ji, it's my greatest honor, my greatest privilege to be with you. And I hope that maybe something in my experience of how I became what I became can help you to become you and to trust in Guru's words. So Sangat Ji, it's been a privilege to be on television, to share these teachings for so many years. And your support and donations are appreciated because we need to keep on air and we need to continue spreading these teachings. So let us support this, let us support our future, and let us continue to walk the path of the Guru, and we shall be blessed beyond what we can even imagine. And that to me is the living truth of Guru's teachings, and what Guru Gobind Singh Ji, our true father, has blessed us with. So let us celebrate that blessing, and let us build a tomorrow that has no sorrow, and see the divine ocean within your own hearts and souls and spirits. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.